Have you ever sat at the closing table staring at a giant stack of papers thinking, please, no surprise fees today? Look, you're not alone. Today we're going to talk about something that usually gets glossed over, but absolutely should not. How your agent gets paid, who else might be getting paid behind the scenes, as well as what my brokerage, eXp Realty, is doing to make that crystal clear for you as the consumer. Hey, it's Mark here with the Hiller Group, brokered by eXp Realty. My team and I have you covered here along the beautiful Florida Panhandle, from Pensacola all the way through Panama City Beach, where our team has been fortunate enough to serve over 1,650 families and sell over $500 million in real estate in the past 12 years alone. eXp Realty just rolled out a new disclosure form and put transparency and choice front and center. Exactly what the real estate world needs. Today I'm going to break down what this means for you as a buyer or a seller in plain English, no legal jargon and no fluff. I'm with eXp Realty and my job is to not just help you buy or sell a home. It is also to help you understand what is happening with your money in your real estate transactions. Real estate has changed a lot in the last few years. The way you get connected to an agent, how a buyer agent gets paid, and how referrals work, and how companies get paid behind the scenes all looks differently than it used to. If you don't understand that, it is very easy to feel like things are being done to you instead of for you. So let's pull the curtain back and talk about what is actually going on behind the scenes. For a long time, agents mostly paid for leads, a home buyer or a home seller opportunity with simple monthly subscriptions. You pay a platform like Google and they send you leads. Pretty straightforward, it sounds like. Now, a lot of the industry has shifted to what are called success fees. That means a company or another brokerage sends you to a particular agent in an area that you are looking, and if you close on a home, that referring brokerage or company get a portion of the commission at closing. On top of that, many of the big real estate websites and search portals are now connected in some way with lenders, title companies, insurance companies, and other home services. So when you click contact an agent, there may already be a whole chain of companies that are going to get paid a referral if you decide to move forward. None of this is bad. Sometimes it actually makes things more convenient for you when all the pieces are working together and all in one place. The problem comes when you are the last one to find out about who is getting paid and how they're getting paid. So here's the truth. If there is a referral fee being paid or any financial relationship that influences which agent or company you get connected with, you deserve to know that. Not discover it by accident in a line item on page 27 of your closing documents. If you get to the end of the process and suddenly see that some company you had never spoken to is getting paid a slice of the commission from your transaction, it does not feel good. Even if it's technically allowed, it can still feel sneaky, even though that likely is no one's intention, it's just how it's always been done. That is the gap eXp is trying to close. Instead of leaving this buried in legal paperwork, the goal is to move the conversation up to the front of the process and put it in writing in a way you can actually understand. The idea is simple: consumer first and massive transparency. eXp operates across all 50 states, and rules are changing at different speeds in different places. Some states and MLSs are already tightening disclosure rules on referrals and compensation. A lot of people in the industry expect even stricter national rules down the road. eXp's approach is basically, we are not going to sit back and wait for every board in every state to catch up. We are going to act now and build systems that make sense for consumers and fit where the industry is clearly headed. There are two main forms you should know about as a consumer that both exist to protect you. The first form is the referral fee disclosure. This kicks in anytime you are referred to your agent by another brokerage, agent, or company, and a referral fee is going to be paid at closing out of the commission for that initial introduction. Here is what this form does for you, the consumer. It tells you who is getting a referral fee. It explains how the referral fee is structured as a percentage or a flat fee amount. And it confirms that the money comes out of the commission earned in your transaction, not some extra junk fee slapped on top and definitely not paid by you. The biggest piece is timing. This should not be a surprise buried in the paperwork on closing day. We're working to change the landscape, and any agent should go over this with you when you talk about compensation. This is the right moment to say, here is what I earn, here is who else is getting paid, and here is why. Here's a real life example. If a relocation company, a website, or another brokerage sends you to me and they are receiving a piece of the commission, you will see that clearly on this new form. You can ask questions. You are not left guessing. This form does not replace any of the other legal disclosures you are already signing. It sits next to them and fills in the blanks so you can see the full picture on who earns what and why. The second form is about your choice when it comes to the service providers involved in your transaction. In almost every transaction, your agent will likely recommend people like lenders, home inspectors, title company, closing company, maybe a home warranty provider, and sometimes specialized inspectors like the roof, septic, or structural. This is normal and actually is good for you. It means your realtor has trusted experience with these people and that they have a good working relationship. This is when those vendors will go above and beyond for you because they are closely connected and working with your agent on a regular professional level. You want names of people who do good work and actually answer their phones, have a great reputation, and hopefully your agent has those people in their back pocket. The consumer choice form is designed to document that you have options. It shows that you are not required to use any specific company. Your agent is leaving the choice up to you, and you are free to bring in your own provider if you prefer. In real life, this usually looks like your agent giving you a couple solid options in each category. This is not a giant overwhelming list that can confuse you, and not a you have to use these people I recommend list either. This is what respecting your independence as a consumer looks like on paper. So let's talk about what this actually changes for you if you're buying or selling. First, fewer surprises at closing. You are less likely to get blindsided by names and fees you have never heard about before. Those conversations should already have happened earlier in the transaction. Second, it builds more trust with your agent. When someone is upfront about how they get paid and who else is getting paid, it is way easier to trust their recommendation. Third, it sets you up to ask better questions and make better decisions. These forms create natural moments for you to ask, what else is involved here and why? Is anyone else getting paid if I choose this lender or title company? A good agent will answer those questions clearly and calmly without getting defensive. Fourth, it gives you protection in a changing industry. As more of the business shifts to online lead platforms and referral networks, the chance for confusion goes up. Clear, simple disclosure forms put that confusion back down. It is not about scaring you, it's about putting the facts on the table. Whether you work with us or our partners at eXp Realty or not, here is the standard you should hold to any agent. If there is a referral fee, you should know who is involved and how that fee works. When your agent recommends a lender, an inspector, or title company, you should get options. You should never feel pressured to use a certain provider just because it benefits your agent or their brokerage. You should feel comfortable asking questions like, do you or your company make money if I choose this provider? And you should get a straight answer. If someone gets dodgy or annoyed when you ask those things, that is a red flag. Big picture, here is where the industry is headed. More referral-based business, more bundled services under one brand, like Zillow with their super app, more attention from regulators and consumer advocates, and more focus on documentation and clear disclosures. The people and companies who are going to win long-term are the ones who stop hiding the ball and start saying things like, here is exactly what is happening in languages you can actually understand. That is the whole goal of these new EXP forms, to make conversations about compensation and recommendations simple, honest, and documented. You should not need a law degree or a microscope to figure out what is going on. So, if you are thinking about buying or selling in the next year or two, here is what I would suggest. Ask early how your agent gets paid. Ask if there are any referral fees involved and how you are connected to them. Ask for more than one option for lenders, inspectors, and title companies. And make sure what you're told lines up with what you see in writing. Drop your questions in the comments. Reach out to me directly if you have any questions at all about this. This is your home, your money, and your future. You deserve clarity every step of the way. Hope you found this video helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we'll see you on the next one.